Stop letting guys define your happiness. Stop doing it. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be another Tall Girls Tips video. I don't know why it's taking me so long to film another one of these. I don't know, I've been slacking because it's one of my most popular videos on my channel, and I have gained so many subscribers from that video, and I get so many DMs from you guys just saying like, oh, I just watched your video and it helped me out so much, and like, I don't know why it's taking me so long to film another one, but I'm gonna be filming another one today, and it's gonna be all about dating and just like finding your man. I'm just kidding. It's just gonna be about like your confidence and like how you go about it, and just like how awkward it can be, and like my struggles with like dating with my height, stuff like that. And if you guys are new here, please do not forget to subscribe and follow me on my social media. My biggest goal is to hit 1,000 by the end of this year. I've been slacking on my YouTube videos, and I really would love to hit 1,000 by the end of this year. So I would really appreciate it if you guys would subscribe and leave me a comment down below, because it really helps me out. And if you guys want to stay and watch to the end of this video, I would also really appreciate it. Grab a snack, put it on your TV, clean your room while you listen to me talk. I have lots of things that I want to talk to you guys about today. And in my last video, I kind of just like sat and did my makeup. I didn't really like talk about my makeup. I kind of just like chatted and like spilled out all the tea, and so I am gonna do the same thing today. I think I'm gonna make it like a trend. I'm just gonna do my makeup and talk to you guys. If you are new and you didn't know, I actually have a Tall Girls Tips playlist, so I'm gonna link that down below, and I'll also put it in the little eye so you guys can go like binge watch all of those, because I have a bunch of different ones. I talk about shopping and like how to find clothes, places that you can shop that sell like tall pants and stuff. I also have a video, which is the video that I filmed that's similar to this one, and it's all about confidence and like my journey with my height and stuff like that. So if you guys want to check those out, then I will leave them linked down below, and you guys can go binge watch. I have an entire playlist just full of like tall girl tips videos. So I have my lemon water, and let's just go ahead and jump right into this video. So I bought these little clips on Amazon. Not that I have much hair to hold back, but I just think they're cute, and especially cute whenever you're doing your makeup. So put those in. Okay, where should I start? I don't even know. Okay, so if you guys didn't watch my last video and you guys are new, my last video I talked about like confidence and stuff. So I like kind of talked about my journey and like who I am basically. So if you guys didn't watch that video, I am 6 foot. I'm like 5'11 3/4. That's what I tell everyone, but on like state documents and stuff I just put 6 foot because it's easier to write. And so I've been tall my entire life. I honestly don't know what it feels like to be short. I've always been the tallest of all my friends, and even like my friends that were tall with me growing up, eventually they just stopped growing and I just kept growing. I played volleyball all throughout middle school and high school, and I also played in college at Lamar University. And yeah, that's just like who I am. I have kind of embraced my height over the years. And I get a lot of questions about just like support and how to like be confident in yourself. And luckily I had a really supportive family. Like everyone in my family, my like family friends, like everyone was super embracive. Is that even a word? I don't know. But everyone really embraced my height, and they never made me feel out of place. No one ever made me feel awkward. If they did, it was like cracking a joke, and I was just like too sensitive about it. But no one has ever made me feel as if like I was out of place because of my height. And so I think that's one of the reasons why I am the way I am, because of the support that I had. And I know a lot of people don't have that, and that's why I love making these videos, because it's a way for me to kind of like share my knowledge, my experience, and like inform other girls that they're not alone. Like we've all been there. So I guess I'll start with like just like I think one of the biggest things when it comes to like dating and finding the right person is just letting things happen. Like, I feel like every time I ever like tried to take control or like, I don't know, like make things fall into place, they never fell into place. And I am definitely someone who, especially when it comes to dating, I get super awkward and like I don't like rejection. Because I am so tall, I've been rejected a million times, and not in the sense that like someone was like, oh, you're ugly, leave me alone. It was just like, you know, you can feel a vibe. Like, I'm definitely someone who can like sense vibes. I love to, like, if I'm in a group of people, and I love, like when I was in college, I love to be the DJ. Like, I love to like be the one playing music and stuff, and it's like I can catch everyone's vibe. Like, if someone's not feeling the music, I can tell. And so I like to like catch people's vibe, and I could kind of catch someone's vibe if they weren't feeling me, you know. And so I always felt like I was kind of the duff in the relationship. If you don't know what a duff is, it's the designated ugly fat friend. I mean, obviously like I'm not fat, but I just like felt like I was the ugly duckling out of everyone, and which is not true. But I just like made myself believe that. And so for a while I was just like super awkward, but I didn't want to seem like I was the jealous friend, and like I was always super supportive of like my friends being in relationships and stuff. But obviously, like when all of your friends are in relationships, you're like, oh, I kind of want a relationship. And like social media also doesn't help with all of that. I always found myself being the cool friend, and like all of my friends, like either boyfriends or guys that were interested in them, would always come to me first. And I felt like I was like one of the bros. Like, everyone wanted to like talk to Tamar so they could like get out one of her friends, and it was like super disheartening, like not gonna lie. But I acted super cool about it. That was one of the things I was just like really good at, like acting like it didn't bother me when it did, obviously. But it's just one of those things where if you're not confident with yourself, if you're not happy in yourself, then people are going to be able to sense that, and you don't like stand out, if that makes sense. Like, when you're super like unhappy and not confident in yourself, people can see it. Like, not that like people are like, oh my gosh, that girl's super unhappy, that girl's super happy, that girl's super unhappy, but you just don't have this, like, you don't stand out, your personality doesn't shine, like you are just kind of another person. And I have found that anytime I was like kind of doing my own thing, minding my own business, like living my best life and doing me, that's when like people always like came into my life. And I always remembered like people would like try and talk to me when I was looking rough. Like, it'd be like right after like volleyball practice, I'm like drenched in sweat, like, and I was always like, why? Like, I dress so cute, like I put on all these nice clothes and no one looks in my direction. How does that even make sense? But it was just my personality. Like, after practice, you're like super tired, but you're so happy you get to go home, and like you and your teammates are like cracking jokes and like living your best life or whatever. And so people can see your personality, and like you are more attractive that way. And so I think that's like one of my biggest tips, is if it all goes back down to confidence, honestly. Like, I made my confidence video, but at the end of the day, almost everything that you do in your life goes back to confidence. If you aren't confident in your career, then you're not going to get that promotion, because you're not going to stand out to your boss. You're not going to be like putting in the extra effort so that you can get the promotion. Like, everything goes back down to confidence. And if you're not confident in yourself, if you're not happy within yourself, then other people like aren't going to want to be around like you. Oh my god, guys, I'm over here, I'm gonna die. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Okay, I think we're better now. But yeah, if you're not confident within yourself, then people aren't going to want, like, I'm not saying that people don't want to like hang out with you because you're like super depressed and like upset about, you know, being tall or whatever, but, or like whatever it could be. It doesn't have to be your height, it could be like school or whatever, but it's just whenever you're happy, whenever you're your happiest, your energy is different and you are a lot like funner to be around because you want to participate in more things and you're not backing out of things because you are like unhappy or stuff like that. So that's all I'm trying to say with that. But I also wanted to talk about dating and like heights and all of that. It sounds so like cliche, but I'm not someone who dates people by their looks. I never have been. I don't know what it is. I just like am super attracted to people's personality. Like, we love a guy who can make you laugh. Like, I don't know. I've also never been someone that like dated people that I just met. I don't know, it's just me. I know a lot of people like meet people for the first time and hit it off, but for me, because I'm so attracted to people's personality, I need to have known you for a while before I like even entertain like the fact of like talking to you. Yeah, I've always talked to people that I've known for a while. I don't know what it is, but so I guess regarding the whole height thing, I have never let height affect me when it comes to dating. Like obviously that's like a big thing, and if you guys didn't watch my last Tall Girls Tips, I love wearing heels, I love dressing up. That's like one of my favorite things to do. And obviously if you're going to be in a relationship, you're going to want to go on dates, you're going to want to wear heels. Like, it's just like inevitable that you're not going to like wear heels around your boyfriend. And so I have built confidence in myself alone with my height. I have accepted my height. I'm comfortable with my height. I am comfortable wearing my heels. I'm comfortable wearing them around my short friends. Like, I don't care. And so it doesn't affect my relationship. If you are insecure about your height and, you know, being taller than most people, then obviously that's going to be a barrier if you are dating someone who is like the exact same height as you, or someone who may be even shorter than you. But that has never really bothered me personally. But if you are someone who is like super insecure about that, I would recommend, like, I don't know, I don't think that you need to like shut off all communication with anyone who is like even slightly out of your like height range. I was never someone that's like, I have to date someone who's 6'6". Like, that's so unrealistic for you to just like walk around the street every day and find like a 6'6" guy walking down. Like, I don't know, I think it's hard because of height, but I think that if you let things fall into place and you kind of, you know, like go about life as per usual, someone who is perfect for you will walk into your life. And I think that if you block people out just because they aren't tall enough and they don't meet your requirements, it's going to hinder your success. Like, obviously you're going to be narrowing down your options, and it's going to make it a lot harder for you to find someone who is going to meet all of your requirements. So like, I don't know, that's such a hard topic for me to talk about, but I would honestly say if you're not confident with yourself and your height, then it's going to be hard for you to find someone who is like tall enough, and for you to not feel insecure if you don't find the right person. So just saying, I think that it's okay to have standards, but I think that when the standards become a little unrealistic, that's when you find problems, and then you are like frustrated with like your whole dating situation and, you know, finding the right guy, stuff like that. So, and don't base your entire life off of being in a relationship. I promise you, the more you worry about being in a relationship, the harder it's going to be to find a relationship. My biggest point with this entire video, I feel like I'm like repeating myself over and over again, but my biggest point with this entire video is be comfortable in yourself, and don't worry about what guy's gonna walk in your life. Don't worry about who you're gonna marry. Don't worry about whether he thinks you're cute or not. As long as you think you're cute, then That's all that matters. And stop letting guys define your happiness. Be happy and comfortable with yourself, because that's the only thing that is going to make you happy at the end of the day. You could be in the best relationship, be with the best guy, be with the guy that you're supposed to marry, but if you are unhappy, if you are not content with yourself, it's going to be really hard for you to reciprocate the love that he's going to give you. Okay, I just got cut off. But what I was basically saying was that I am not someone who was ever able to like date multiple people. I am definitely like, I have such a big heart, so it like, I get attached to people super quick, and so I was very protective of who I was talking to, and I didn't give everyone that walked my way the chance, just because like at the end of the day, if you know what you want, there's no point in entertaining something that you don't want. And I am, like I said, I'm someone who has a super big heart, and so it's hard for me sometimes to like let go of people I feel like obviously don't need to be in my life, because I just like get super attached and I care about them as a person outside of whatever the situation is. And so I try to be very selective with who I talk to, not in a way that's like, oh, you don't meet the cut, you don't meet the cut, you don't meet the cut. It's just like, hey, I don't say this, but I in my head have decided he's cool, we could be friends, like we could be super cool, but he's just not someone I see myself with long term. I've always been like that, and so I'm not saying that you have to be very selective. I'm just saying that like, be protective of yourself and be comfortable in yourself, so that whenever someone does walk into your life, you're not just giving them the time of day just because it's someone who's giving you attention. Because I, especially when I was a lot younger, would have like entertained people just because I'm like, oh my god, it's a guy, he's talking to me. Like I don't want other people to fall into that trap. Like, yes, like you're getting attention from a guy, but is it the right attention? So that's like, do you feel me? Do you catch my drift? I'm just saying, like, love yourself and be comfortable in yourself, be confident in yourself, and stop letting guys define your happiness. Stop doing it. It's not worth it, and you deserve so much better. So I had to say that. But guys, can we just talk about this green eyeshadow really quick? Like, all jokes aside, this green eyeshadow is beautiful. It doesn't even like show up that well on camera, but I'm using the Desi Katie palette, and this green is just to die for. But yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about jealousy. And like I said before, I felt like I was the duff out of all my friends. So like I was saying before, my friends were obviously, all of my friends are obviously super pretty, and I would always feel uncomfortable sometimes whenever like they would be talking to someone, and obviously like either I wanted to be in a relationship or I just like wasn't feeling cute, you know, at the time. And so I never wanted them to feel like I was jealous of them. And I think that when you are in a position like that, it could be hard to not be envious or be jealous, but obviously like you don't want to ruin a friendship because of your own doing. So that's something that you need to deal with. Sometimes people will go to their friends and they're like, oh my gosh, like you're always talking to someone, and like it makes me feel uncomfortable that you bring them around and blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, that is something that you personally need to deal with. It has nothing to do with your friend. It is not their fault, and you need to realize that it is something that is affecting you, and either you need to step away. Like, you can let her know, hey, when you bring him around it bothers me, but don't condemn her for being happy. Like, that's not fair. Even if it's a guy, like, don't condemn him for being happy in his relationship. Like, let him be, and you need to build your confidence back up. You need to work on yourself, whether it's reading more motivating things, and when you wake up in the morning telling yourself you're beautiful, putting sticky notes on your mirror that tell you you're beautiful and you're worthy and stuff like that. But that's something that you have to deal with internally. And the biggest tips I honestly have for that is, for me, I pray about it, and I also do things for myself. So I, you know, will work out and do things that make me happy. Obviously, I love filming videos and just doing things that compliment me, wearing things that compliment my body type, and not trying to look like the person next to me or look like my friend, and doing my makeup and making myself feel beautiful and feeling confident in myself so that I am not negative Nancy around all my friends. So I don't know, those are my biggest tips with just like dating, confidence, envy, jealousy. My wings are not even at all. I can't. They'll have to do. I think that this is a super important topic, and I am like surprised that I haven't talked about this before on my channel, but I hope that this video was helpful for you guys, and I hope that it like kind of enlightens you and opens your eyes to the bigger picture with dating. It's not something that you can plan out and you can structure out and like make perfect. It's just something that you have to let happen, and you have to do your part, and your part is being comfortable, confident, and did I say comfortable already? Comfortable, confident, and just like appreciative of yourself and content. That's the word I was looking for. You have to be content in who you are. So I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. I didn't even finish my makeup. I still need to do my mascara, but obviously this video was not about the makeup. It was about things that were spilling out of my mouth. I hope that this video was helpful. I feel like I like kept repeating myself, but I love just sitting and talking, and I could go in circles and just like talk all day long. If you guys want more of these, please comment that down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys made it to the end, I really appreciate you, and you guys have no idea how much this helps me out. Make sure you guys are subscribed if you haven't already, and like this video if you did. And also leave me a comment, chat with me down below. I love talking to you guys. If you want to DM me, we could talk on Instagram. I always have my Instagram link down below. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you all in my next one.